Making our headlines this Monday, June 13th, CIGtv speaks to Dr. Mark Lockhart about the importance of men's mental health. The election observers have issued their final report on the Grand Cayman general election, and homegrown track and field stars return home. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, the official source for the latest and most accurate government information. I'm Elizabeth Charles. Men's Mental Health Month enters its last day in June, but continues to be an important topic of conversation year-round. Nearly 1 in 10 men experience depression or anxiety, according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, or the ADAA, who noted that less than half of these men will go on to receive treatment. The ADAA also advised that 4 times as many men will die by suicide every year as compared with women. CIGtv spoke with Behavioral Health Associates Cayman founder and medical director psychiatrist Dr. Mark Lockhart about the issue.
It's extremely important, and it's also a major challenge in that men's mental health is in a crisis, in that the majority of suicides, for example, over 70% are actually completed by men. Men are generally, when they are that ill or depressed, are more prone to complete something like suicide. But even pulling away from more that serious of a disorder and just dealing with things like depression and anxiety, men do not address it. They're more prone to feeling that it's something that they should be able to manage and handle on their own. Many studies and research has pointed that men generally feel that talking to their doctor about feeling depressed or having anxiety is a sign of weakness. It also many times highlight that they feel that it is a waste of the doctor's time, it's not as important, and that they should be able to handle it. Now, a consequence of that is that men, for the most part, are the breadwinners many times in families and the heads of households. Many women are also, yes, but we're still living in a world where it's predominantly men. And so the consequence of men not addressing mental health issues has consequences not just for that man, but many times for many people that are involved. A spouse, children, it has economic ramifications. And therein again lies another one of the problems, is that men feel that if we voice these concerns that, we're feeling overwhelmed or we're having a lot of anxiety, it can affect our economic viability, our ability to take care of our family. It could be stigmatizing and then again lead to problems with employment and other things. Externalizing issues. So a change in behavior patterns. The person is drinking more than usual. They're going out more. They're engaged in risk-taking behaviors. They're gambling. They're not focusing on certain priorities that they normally would. They're isolating, they're withdrawing. So it's basically more a change in behaviors and activities than it is necessarily in mood and expressed feelings.
The full interview with Dr. Lockhart will air on CIGtv at the end of this week, so be sure to look out for that. If you or someone you know is in need of assistance, the Department of Counseling Services offers a variety of programs that can be of help. To learn more, visit dcs.gov.ky. The Commonwealth Parliamentary Association British Isles and Mediterranean region has issued its final report following the 2025 general elections in the Cayman Islands. According to the report, the elections were well administered, and the Elections Office was praised for its efforts to ensure voter awareness and transparency. The observation mission, which was invited by the governor, identified good practices, including the training of the polling staff and effective communication with the public. However, the team also made recommendations to further strengthen future elections. These included updates to legislation and procedures, such as improving the clarity of campaign finance rules and ensuring consistent voter access. The report noted that this was the third time an international observation mission had been deployed to the Cayman Islands. Previous missions took place in 2013 and 2017, which led to several reforms. The full report can be found at gov.ky as well as at uk-cpa.org. And now for a look at today's sports. Last week, the Honorable Isaac Rankin, Minister for Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage, proudly welcomed home two of Cayman's rising track and field stars, Devontae Howell and Jaden Reed. Devontae returned from the NCAA championship held in Eugene, Oregon, where he delivered an outstanding performance that continued to elevate the Cayman Islands on the world stage. Devontae and Jaden both spoke of their sophomore season to us here at CIGtv.
It ended off pretty well. Ended off 5th in the nation in 100 meters. And I'm also top 50 ranked in the world overall. And, that's nothing I can complain about so far.
It was more like a roller coaster season for me. It was rocky at first, but I prevailed on adversity and, made it to the final.
Minister Rankin praised both of the young Caymanians on their discipline and unwavering determination. He also reminded both athletes that the entire nation stands behind them as they pursue excellence in global athletics. The minister's message underscored the government's ongoing support for local athletes who inspire pride and unity across the islands. Now for a look at our weather forecast. A ridge of high pressure across the northwest Caribbean is maintaining a tight pressure gradient across the Cayman Islands, bringing fresh to occasionally strong winds and hazy conditions as Saharan dust continues to spread across the Caribbean. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of evening showers. Temperatures will climb to the low 90s. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots with moderate seas and wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Looking ahead, a tropical wave is forecast to pass south of the Cayman area by Monday evening. This could bring a slight uptick in shower activity as it interacts with another plume of Saharan dust moving across the western Caribbean. The dust will remain generally settled, but will cause some hazy conditions. Please note that as of 4 p.m. June 29th, the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida, has issued word of Tropical Storm Barry, which is located 35 miles east-northeast of Mexico. The storm poses no threat to the Cayman Islands at this time. For further information, please visit www.nhc.noaa.gov. For local weather updates, be sure to visit the Cayman Islands National Weather Service's website, weather.gov.ky, and follow their Facebook page for the most reliable coverage. That's all for today's news brief. I'm Elizabeth Charles. If you're watching us on the CIG YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed to the most accurate local government news. Have a lovely week, and we will see you here tomorrow for more of the latest, most accurate government news.